City booked their spot in the quarter-final of the UEFA Youth League after they defeated their Spanish counterparts Atletico Madrid in front of a partisan home following. Patrick Vieira was forced into 2 changes since their December draw against Bayern Munich. Thierry Ambrose replaced the injured Jose Pozo, meaning the informed Cole took up the left side of attack, whilst Billy O'Brien was between the sticks as Angus Gunn is still recovering from a shoulder problem. The Blues began the brighter, forcing the hosts back in the early stages, and on what was a very uneven, bobbly pitch, the Blues nearly took advantage of Morales' slice. Lopez was eventually teed up by the tricky Bachiki, but his shot went just wide. Pressure was mounting on the Atletico defence, and Morales had his woodwork to thank on 13 minutes, as Lopez's deceiving cross found Cole, but the striker's header unfortunately hit the post. Roberto Nunes had already scored 3 of the red and white's 17 goals in the group stage, and 8 minutes later the midfielder had space and time to shoot, but spurned a good opportunity, pulling his attempt well wide. In what was a frenetic opening 20 minutes, something had to give, and it fell the way of the Blues with a piece of brilliant individual skill from Ambrose. He got in front of his man to flick his head around the corner, and with Cole alongside the Frenchman, he simply rolled the ball to the winger for him to bag his 6th of the competition. A minute later and City had O'Brien to thank as he pulled off one of the saves of the season. The Bury youngster, in what was his 3rd start in the Youth League, showing cat-like reflexes to acrobatically tip Alberto's header onto the bar. The Blues' next chance fell to the ever-lively Ambrose. Simple passing through the thirds between Glendon, Lopez and Cole gave the striker a chance, but his shot was straight at Morales. City's defence had only shipped 4 goals in their group stage matches, with Jason Denier and Shea Facey the rock-solid centre-back pairing. And the latter showed why he was recently called up to the under-19 squad with a superb clearance to deny Calero a certain goal. And on the stroke of half-time, Lopez saw his snapshot from the edge of the box well saved after Bossart had easily skipped past his man. The second half was just as breathless as the first, and Atletico came out all guns blazing, creating 2 good chances in the opening 4 minutes, both of which fell to Calero. He saw his first attempt go well over from a corner, before O'Brien was forced into a good save to deny the home side's danger man. With the hosts pushing forward, City nearly capitalised on their lack of numbers at the back. Quick one-touch football gave Bossart space down the right, and his pinpoint cross found Cole's late run into the box, but the striker couldn't finish from what was a tight angle. After pulling off one of his best saves of the season in the first half, O'Brien made another stunning stop just after the hour. The pitch played its part, bobbling the ball over Facey's foot, but O'Brien stood big and gathered at the feet of Johnny. At the final whistle, City had done what others had failed to do before them in the Youth League by keeping a clean sheet against the Group G winners. Next up for the Blues is a home quarter-final against the unbeaten Benfica, who eased past Austria Vienna 4-1 in their last 16 tie. Final score from Madrid, Athletic 0, City 1.
Congratulations, Patrick. How does it feel to be through to the last 8?
I feel really good. I think the best team won today. The boys really work hard and they deserve the win.
Yeah, well, there was a moment where my heart's come out my chest, where the ball's gone underneath my foot, and big thanks to Bill who pulled out a great stop. So for him to come up and play with us in such an important game and do so well, the lads are buzzing with Bill. So well done to him.
Pitch was quite heavy. When did you start feeling that in your legs?
After the first half, I'd say. But yeah, there was a few bobbles, and things like that. It was difficult for us to keep the ball on the floor, but like we do, we always play, and we just kept playing, and it paid off today with a good goal.
I think they showed a fantastic character tonight. I think their togetherness to win the game was unbelievable, and that's why I was really happy at the end of the game, because it wasn't easy. We came here, it was quite difficult. The crowd was behind. The players against who we played was tough and difficult to play against, but the players, they keep their focus, they keep their concentration, and the only concern they had is to play football. So that's why I was really pleased with the win.